What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. It's your boy J Reacts TV, man. We back again with another video. As you can see by the title and the thumbnail, we gonna react to this nigga Thanos, Jubilee, basically Thanos versus 20 Avengers. So you ever seen those Jubilees when it's like one politician versus 20 students, 20 college students? That's how Kirk, Charlie Kirk, RP to him. That's how he wound up that's how I wound up coming across him personally. And I feel like from there he just blew up until he got blown up. You feel me? Like, no pun intended. But again, shout out to him, shout out to his family's condolence, shout out, you know what I'm saying? That shit was tragedy, regardless of what he said and how he said it and what he believed in. I truly feel like people forget to understand that it's a freedom. It's we live in a world where freedom of speech is a God-given right, and I feel like people don't express that enough. Because it's like, if he feels some type of way, he feels some type of way. If he want to say that, he want to say that. Why does it fucking bothers you? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Niggas is just weird. Everybody want to be in their feelings about somebody else's shit. It just be pissing me off. Like, some of these niggas don't even be going through the same shit that other niggas is going through and want to be mad. Like, mind your business. Worry about what you gotta worry about. Worry about them fucking bills. Worry about that baby father of yours. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that shit be losing me, chat. But anyways, man, let's get into this fucking video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all turn on that post. Make sure that bell is on so y'all know when I upload. If y'all watching this from YouTube, shout out to you. Y'all been showing some love. I appreciate y'all. And we are streaming live on YouTube right now. You may not catch this live, but next time we might be live, chat. So pull up, show some love. Let me know that you're from YouTube. Let me know you're from Twitch. Just show some love. Let me show support, show some love, and I'm gonna do the same. But without further ado, man, let's get into this video, bro. It's a little long, not that long, but yeah, let's get to this shit.
And today I am surrounded by 20 Avengers.
Hold on. I want to see who he are.
My first claim is that everything I did was to relieve the universe of the suffering it could not bear. My plan to remove half of all life was not cruelty, it was mercy. Removing half of life was the least harmful choice.
Okay. Hold on. That nigga is not an Avenger. So is him. Oh, but okay. He just got niggas that's in Marvel. Who the fuck is this? This Deadpool? This DC. Not Deadpool. I mean, Daredevil. Is Daredevil DC? I don't know. I'll be forgetting. Anyways, that's besides the point. The question is, was Thanos wrong for what he did? He felt like the best way for humanity to survive and to last longer was to eliminate mercifully half of the population in order for the rest of the other half of the population to continue to survive and conquer, and you know what I'm saying? So was he wrong in that aspect? My opinion, truly, the way he went about things, maybe. Yeah. Because in reality, you had the Infinity Stone, you could have did something you could have made 2 Earths. You could have literally made 2 Earths, replicated the same thing, and have some shit to where we able to trust. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it was other options that he could have went about it. But yeah, I mean, I get it though.
You know, Thanos, I never understood. How can you live 1,000 years, devote all those years to one problem? All of that just to end up with such a stupid, hollow plan.
The plan was proven. It was executed multiple times, and it worked. The entire universe united against it, and not one faction could stop it.
Until we did.
And you had to risk the existence of the multiverse to do that. And what did you do next to solve the problem? Nothing. And my planning is bad.
What we do is never perfect, and we admit that. The problem is that we often don't have a choice.
Fact check: the Avengers have admitted to a few small errors, like creating a homicidal robot that dropping a city from space, starting a global civil war, which is Civil War, and fucking Age of Ultron, and time travel to undo their own disasters, and yet people still cheer for them. At this point, their best superheroes might be the PR.
Unlike
I didn't
you.
have any choice either.
You had an abundance of choice. You just wanted to kill. But violence doesn't solve problems. You were smart enough to find the stones, but not smart enough to think
Historically, violence has solved 80% of Hulk's problems.
of doubling the resources instead of
This ain't regular
killing
Hulk.
half of the people.
Double the resources, the more there is to take, the fiercer the battle to possess it. An excess of resources.
That's what I was saying. Why not just double the resources? But he's saying that if you double the resources, everybody's gonna get greedy.
Just as dangerous, just as destabilizing as the lack of
That
them.
is total bullshit.
I speak from experience. I have witnessed planets die from starvation, yes, but I have also witnessed societies' collapses from having too much, from the greed and endless fighting that abundance
I don't
fuels.
buy that. But even if your goal was to specifically limit the growth of population because you think it's the best plan, there are many other ways to do that, like random sterilization of half of the population, or locking the populations to a maximum number of individuals, in a way that once that point is reached, it becomes impossible to get pregnant until someone dies. I don't really agree with even those, but they are still so much better than
You
genocide
really
of
think that would
half of all
stop them?
life.
You think they wouldn't find a way around it? We live in a universe where magic and technology
Sources close to Thanos say he used the Mind Stone to come up with the best arguments to defend his plan. Listening to him now, unfortunately, even the object of infinity intelligence can't fix that logic.
define nature every day. Do you honestly believe people wouldn't find a way to reproduce
oh, come
anyway?
on.
Boost Mobile has an unlimited.
I mean, true, people would find a way to reproduce, but I mean, if it comes with some type of circumstances, I think people wouldn't.
Really trying to convince us you had no other option when you literally held the power to reshape reality. They are called the Infinity Stones because they offer infinite possibilities. You expect us to believe you were utterly constrained?
Yes, there is probably some super complicated, highly elaborated plan that could have worked. But you used the stones. You know how hard they are to use. The more complicated the plan, the greater the risk of catastrophic error. My plan was the perfect balance.
It's important. It's important to note that this guy's plan B was to destroy and rebuild the entire universe. God damn.
Simplicity and
And
efficiency.
slicing existence in half doesn't risk things going wrong. Your plan is everything but efficient. A hell of things can go wrong. The first I can think about is how killing 50% doesn't leave you with 50% alive. People depend on each other. Children need parents. Communities rely on key individuals. That instantaneous loss of half of life guarantees far more than 50% dying in the ensuing
You think
chaos.
I didn't consider that? That people depend on each other? That losing one life can take 10 more with it? I did, but dependency is exactly why balance had to be forced. I know it causes chaos. I've seen it before. I never got to try it on my own world, but I did see it work elsewhere. Planets that followed my plan rebuilt stronger. Every time the pattern was the same. Pain first, then order. The ones who survived didn't just rebuild, they built better.
That is what you always do, isn't it? You break the world, and then you talk long enough to convince yourself it was the only way. You twist every mess into proof that you were
And
right.
you and your friends love to talk about what's wrong. You preach your soft, easy views. A killing is bad, so you can feel clean while the universe rots the same way it always has. You had the stones.
I mean,
And what did you do? You used them to put everything exactly back how it was. You saved no one. You just made sure nothing changed.
Look, no matter
That was some shit right there. I ain't gonna lie. That was some shit right there. I ain't gonna front. But my thing is like, even still, like, okay, yeah, niggas didn't change anything, but it was like, you can't just automatically change shit in a matter of a snap of a finger, even if you do have the Infinity Stones, because you don't know the consequences and the actions that will lead or what happened after doing that. So you have to be cautious of what you do and how you do it, no matter the power you have. That's why Uncle Ben says, with great powers come with great responsibility, gang. You can't just go out here doing willy-nilly and just, nah, gang. You gotta make sure you're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
How great your imaginary spreadsheet says the results are, genociding half of all existence can never be right.
I wouldn't call what I did a genocide.
You killed half of the entire universe. What are we calling it then?
I didn't kill them. It was a painless erasure. They weren't going to get a better ending, even in the best case scenario. It was random and not biased. It can never be called a genocide. See it as a necessary, natural
painless?
event.
I felt the horror of that snap, buddy. It's still by far the worst
It
experience.
says record shows Peter had lost his uncle to a mugger, his mentor to sacrifice his aunt. His mentor to sacrifice his aunt to a supervillain, and dated in high school. Physically speaking, Snap is still fighting.
Of my entire life.
Huh?
You can call
I'm
it whatever
lost.
you want because you weren't
I
the one
experienced
erased.
far worse than that. And everything I did was intended to prevent you and everyone else from experiencing the same.
And who gave you the right to choose for us?
It's not
True.
a right, it's a responsibility. I was the only being in the universe with a power great enough to save everybody. And you know it best, Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility.
How?
What? Look what the fuck did I just say? What the fuck did I just say before even Ben? I think before I even seen him come on the screen, nigga. I said it. I said what Uncle Ben said before. You know what I'm saying? That's real nigga shit, bro. That's real nigga shit. But he like, I experienced it. So if you experienced it, why would you put the same people through the same shit you they put you through? You get what I'm saying? Like, that don't make any sense. Like, I don't know. The quote originated from Spider-Man's late uncle. Using it to justify mass extinction is it's like quoting Gandhi to explain why you just punched a monk. Facts.
Dare you? That mantra can
Facts.
never justify what you did.
Never
Great
can.
responsibility is the responsibility to preserve the right to choose.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the authority to force what you think is right onto
What if they
people.
clearly lack the ability to know what's right
They
for them?
still have the right to choose.
Choose,
You don't
exactly.
get to decide what's right, you god-complex maniac.
So, let's say, hypothetically, that the majority of the people of New York decide to start supporting the Green Goblin, for example. Would you let them do that? Or would you do what you think is actually
I am
right?
certainly not going to go and kill all of them. They will certainly be misled, but I will not try to force them to what I think is right.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to understand and see where they are coming from.
See, it's interesting. A remarkable similar situation once occurred when the world actually did turn against Peter Parker after Mysterio exposed him. He didn't quite understand and guide anyone. Instead, he asked a wizard to erase everyone's memories. Yeah, he definitely did do that. But are we talking about all Spider-Man? Like, if we talking about events that happened into the movies, then I bet. But if we talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? We added all Spider. Come on, bro. This is
And then
one
guide
nigga.
them and inspire them to do what's right. That's the true responsibility that comes with power.
He ain't mad, but damn, it's like he said that and then he went and fucking
My
erased
second
everybody's
claim
memories.
is emotions have no place in decisions that shape the
Emotions have no place in decisions that shape the universe. True.
universe.
I respect
the
that.
Avengers act from fear, anger, and guilt. I act from reason. I see the wound. I make the cut. Pain is irrelevant if it brings balance. Emotion clouds judgment. Logic brings order.
You can't claim that, Thanos, when you yourself are a terrible emotional mess.
I didn't doom the future of the universe just because I refused to sacrifice beings I love. Beings that are actually insignificant in the grand scheme of
Acting
things.
pragmatic doesn't work when
I
your emotions...
sacrificed everything, even myself. I was ready for everything I love, even my own self, to be erased in that snap. Because I can see the bigger picture.
Acting pragmatic doesn't work when your emotions are the reason you were blinded enough to proceed with such a crazy plan.
I didn't want to do that. I sacrificed all I wanted to do what's best for the others. I kept my heart in constant pain because I know the mind is the path to virtue.
You are only acting out of trauma. When you saw your planet dying, you suggested genocide and you were laughed out of the door. When it fell apart, you were ashamed and you developed a deep, selfish need for redemption. You were humiliated last time, so you would let nothing stop your plan, not even
No,
logic.
Doctor. You mistake trauma for clarity. My planet's death didn't wound me. It opened my eyes. I watched a civilization collapse because it chose comfort over truth.
I ain't gonna
Hope.
lie. I will watch, like, if they do like they don't even gotta do nothing like crazy, like, not like a this big ass movie. Like, I would see, like, even in a cartoon version. I'd take a cartoon version of Thanos' life, like him being a baby, maybe even a little bit before he was born, parents, how life was, like everything leading, everything leading up to now, like just his point of view, like his POV of everything and his perspective, just to understand him a little bit more. But and not even just to understand him, but I feel like his story would just be a good story to tell, for real, in my opinion, to be honest.
Over balance. I learned that emotion blinds, that mercy can.
Thanos caused the fall of Titan, the tragedy that defined him. Yet, when he finally had the power to bring it back, he didn't. Sources say he was scared. They remembered the day he cried after everyone laughed at his kill half the population slide.
Doom more lives than cruelty.
Yeah, that is crazy. Why didn't you bring back Titan? You could have brought back everybody alive and all that, but you decide not to. You had a little bit of, you like, nah, fuck them niggas. They ain't want to believe me. Now look at them. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it got to do with shit happening in the past. Like, he got some type of trauma, or he feels some type of way about it. Even though he don't say he do, I feel like he does. Like, gangster.
Could. I didn't act from grief. I acted from vision. I saw what no one else would see, and I did what no one else would
You
dare.
sound like I once did. Back when I was a surgeon, I believed precision and control could solve everything. Pain, chaos, even death itself. I was so obsessed with logic, I forgot I was human. Losing my hands forced me to learn balance. Now I let my heart guide me as much as my mind. I don't ignore emotion anymore. I trust it when it tells me
You always
what's
speak
right.
like
There you go back. That's what I need to do. However, his heart may have slightly oversteered when he decided to rewrite the memories of the entire planet because one teenager was having a rough week. I mean, nah, people make decisions, bro. People make dumb decisions all the time, no matter if you're a hero or not, gay, because you never know what situation you gonna get into. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure,
Ignore
and it wasn't his fault. They go Spider-Man for.
emotion.
Asking too much.
I trust it when it tells
you
me
always
what's right.
speak like a man examining a patient, pretending you see everything that others can't. You stand there, dissecting me as if I'm another case on your table, but I am not your patient. I am the cure. The universe is sick, and I'm the only
Maybe you're
one
right.
willing to operate.
Maybe I do have the bad habit of diagnosing. But allow me one last diagnosis. You've got a serious case of main character syndrome. You don't serve the universe. You think the universe serves your story. I used to think like that.
Claims to overcome his main character syndrome, a statement well supported by evidence and multiverse of madness. He was in fact not even the character. He was in fact not even the main character in his own movie.
I thought I was the center of the world until the universe reminded me I wasn't. The difference between us, Thanos, is that I learned to step out of the story. You still believe you're the only one who can write the ending.
This may be the
Hold on.
last ad you ever see.
Hold on, I'm talking shit at that end right there. Facts.
Thanos, my problem with you isn't just what you did, it's your entire world view. You look at people and see problems to solve. I look at them and see lives worth trusting, worth believing in.
Trust them to do what exactly? Destroy themselves? Because that's what they do. Every time I've watched it happen on world after world.
Then you help them do better. You You don't just erase half of them and call it mercy. People have a right to choose their own path,
Facts.
even if it's messy, especially if it's messy. That's what
Facts.
freedom
Messy
means.
is a mild way to describe the end of worlds. Tell me, are you saying I should respect the will of the people, even when I know they're leading themselves to ruin? You'd really do that?
They were not wrong. You were. But to answer that question, yes, you should respect their will, even if they wrong.
Because if they wrong and they realize that they wrong, they gonna respect you because you ain't tried to oversee or oversight them and try to make them. Because it's like having a, it's like when you have a like a teenager, or you have like you're a parent and shit, and you tell your kid, yo, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that, no, you can't do that, and it's like you keep telling them no, and then they turn around and do it anyways. Why? It's because you keep telling me no. Stop telling me no. Let me live my life. Let me get in trouble. Let me fuck up. Because once I fuck up and realize, yeah, you got every right to be like, see, I told you. Now you like, now I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas gotta let niggas live their life, gang. You gotta let niggas live their fucking life, gang. You gotta let niggas stumble and fall and realize that they fucked up, gang. Badass. Like, even me. I love my ex. I don't think I will ever truly, and I was saying this to my friend the other day, I don't think I will ever truly get over her. Like the heart knows what it wants. Like, it's not like I want to feel like this, or I'm trying to feel like this, because I be ignoring it, or I be trying to, you know, get rid of it, but I can't. Like, I truly can't. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit there and try to pursue niggas and do this and do. Nah, I'm gonna let you live your life, my heart. Go ahead. If you feel like you're better off without me, if you feel like you having a way better life, you can find a better man than without me. You feel like I'm not the one for you, or you feel like you could find someone better than I can, then you can. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, live your life. You want to be in a relationship with me because you want to go live your life, or you just feel like, go ahead. Whatever the reason is, go ahead. But I promise you, that grass ain't always green on that other side, gang. I promise you. It's just not. You feel me? But you gotta let niggas do them, man. Gangster.
You should work to
It says that the people must be trusted. People's will must be trusted. This position is what complicated by the fact that the last time he encountered a popular movement gone wrong, he solved it with a vibranium. I guess.
guide them back to
Then
the
let's
right
test
way.
You
your
talking about his
conviction.
suit?
Hypothetically,
I mean his
half
sword? I
the
mean his shield?
universe votes for my plan. A referendum, a democratic mandate. They agree. Erase half of all life to save the whole. The people have spoken. Would you still fight me? Or would you respect the will of the people?
That's not a fair question. The people will never do that.
It's just a hypothetical. You say the
Hypothetical. I mean, yeah. So you gotta answer that. I mean, personally, if y'all niggas feel like half of the population need to be out of, then go ahead.
people's will is sacred.
Oh shit.
If they
Yo. I'm pressing the wrong button. Yo, my boy, I appreciate the fucking follow, gang. I appreciate it.
would you
What type of video? What type of video you trying to send this shit? I ain't gonna front. You don't been no bullshit, gang. You gotta be no bullshit, honestly. But definitely let me know what it is though. Send it through the chat. Let me see what that shit about, man. Well, I appreciate the fucking love. Appreciate the follow, man. I ain't going front. I appreciate you, man. Hi. Yeah.
stand
Back in.
aside?
No, I'd fight you because there are some lines you don't cross.
There it is. So the will of the people shouldn't always be respected. You'd override them, impose your moral vision over theirs.
That's not what
It's exactly what you're saying.
Me personally, I wouldn't even fight the people that wanted to fucking, like, if you want to go do that. Like, I'm not stopping you,
You
my heart.
believe in democracy right up until the moment they choose something you find unacceptable. Then suddenly, you know better. We're not so different, Steve. We both fight for a vision. We both believe we're right. The only difference is, I don't pretend
No,
otherwise.
the difference is I'd spend every moment before that vote trying to show them another way. I'd argue, I'd persuade, I'd offer alternatives. I wouldn't give up on them. You never even gave them the chance.
And if they still voted yes, after all your speeches, What
Then
then?
I'd have to live with knowing I failed to reach them. But I wouldn't become you. I wouldn't decide their lives are disposable just because I think they are
You
wrong.
call that strength? Living with failure while everything falls apart? That's not virtue. That's surrender wrapped in
The
hope.
world isn't perfect, Thanos. It never will be. But that's not a flaw. That's what makes it worth fighting for. People stumble. They fail. They rebuild.
No,
That's how
facts.
they
So
grow.
you've made peace with failure. Tell me, Steve, if perfection were possible, would you accept
If
it?
you mean a world without suffering, without hate, then yes, of course I would. But that world
Then
doesn't
why did you
exist.
reject it when I offered it?
Offered it. Killing half the universe
That's
is
nigga said when I offered it. Nah, he sounds crazy when he said that just now. I'm not gonna. Nigga said when I offered it. Nigga, you didn't offer me anything. Nigga, you said, the fuck? My man's in the back. Where he at? I want to go back. Hold on. This nigga right here threw a fucking axe at your neck, and you still should have aimed for the head. Nigga, you ain't. Get the fuck out of here.
Someone order a college degree program?
Get the fuck out of here.
Explain it in my next claim. I'm not
Erasure.
talking offered it.
often, yes. Killing half the universe isn't perfection. It's erasure.
I'm not talking about that.
Then what are you talking about?
I'll explain it in my next claim. My final claim is that the Avengers don't serve the universe. They serve their illusion of being its saviors.
The Avengers don't save the universe, they protect their version of it.
When I abandoned my first plan and offered to build something better, a universe without hunger, without pain, they refused. Not because it was evil, but because it wasn't theirs.
What was your new plan again?
You made me realize that this universe is broken beyond repair.
I love me some Robbie Downey Jr. Hold on.
So I offered to create a new one.
Tony? Nah, this how you ended the
So you went from
discussion.
kill half to kill everyone. Big improvement. Real character growth.
Your perspective is too small. I'm not killing. I'm erasing everything and starting over. No one will feel anything. They'll simply wake up in a perfect universe.
We stopped you because you're not the god of this universe who gets to restart it whenever you don't like how things are going.
You did exactly that when I did things you didn't like. You played God with space and time to change the universe back into a way that suited you.
We fixed what you broke. We're not changing the universe to fit us. We're bringing it back to the way it was.
Which is what fits you.
Which fits everybody. Everyone agreed with our plan. Everyone
I
supported
don't think
it.
they will when their worlds start crumbling again. You reinforce the same system that failed before.
Alright. According to the recent unofficial poll, the Avengers plan against Thanos ranked second in effectiveness with 97.3% approval, narrowly losing to Ant-Man's Eater. Thanos prospered, which is supported unprecedented.
Tell me, Tony. You said you don't trust me with restarting the universe, but you had the stones. Why didn't you do
Because
it?
I'm not a crazy psychopath who thinks he's a god.
But you were in that moment, whether you admit it or not. You had the power to fix everything. End disease, hunger, war, and you chose not to.
My job was to fix what you broke, to bring everybody back.
And bring their misery back with them when you could have stopped it. You had omnipotence in your hands.
That's
and you
but that's not my choice. That's not my choice to give, gang. Like in reality, like in order for true peace to happen, everybody gotta want peace, gang. I'm not gonna be the person to be like, oh yeah, I want peace, so we all should deserve to want peace. No, nigga, I don't know, cause that could fuck up the system even more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes maybe the world is perfect the way it is, gang. Maybe that's why we've been here for so fucking long. Never thought about that?
chose this, a world still full of suffering.
Because it's their suffering to overcome, not mine to erase. You think wiping the slate clean makes you a savior? It makes you a coward who couldn't handle the universe as it actually...
I'm the only one who saw it clearly. You brought back 5 billion people to a planet that was already collapsing under its own weight. Within a generation, they'll...
We'll figure it out.
Like
That's
they
what
figured it
people
out
do.
before. Your sentimentality blinds
Your
you to
arrogance
basic
is exactly
mathematics,
why no one should
population
trust you with
growth,
anything.
resource depletion, climate.
You see people as numbers
And
on
you
a...
see them as children who need protecting. At least I'm honest about making hard choices instead
Hard
of pretending
choices?
everyone can
Well,
just...
I don't think they look at them as Fucking children, but okay.
Snapping your fingers is easy. Actually solving problems. Actually believing people
Believing
can.
accomplishes nothing when the ship is sinking. Action.
Murder isn't action.
Restoration
It's
isn't
surrender.
salvation. It's delusion.
Says the guy who wanted to kill literally everyone.
To save everyone, which is more than you.
You can't save people by erasing
and you
them.
can't save them by doing nothing.
Shit. Oh fuck, my fault, chap. I was 30. It wasn't that talking that shit. It wasn't that too crazy, man. Listen. That's pretty much it for the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure I turn on that post notification bell. That bells don't say I know and upload. And without further ado, man, we out. Peace. Wait, I'm on dumbass. My fault. Peace.